10 seconds to go. Mr. Chairman, as the Honorable Minister has just now said in moving the bill that it has a very limited objective, I would not like to go in detail into this matter because I hope that a time and opportunity would comes when, in the light of the working of the Cinematograph Act as well as the report of the committee which was appointed some years ago to go into the whole question of the cinema as such, the minister will have time to consider the matter and to lay a more comprehensive piece of legislation before the House. Such a measure was laid before this House earlier also, but it was withdrawn. I do not know what reasons prompted its withdrawal. Anyway, that is a matter which is not strictly pertinent to the bill which we have before us here today. Sir, in this measure which is before us, the question is of putting into the scope of the Act itself those provisions which up till now have been in the rules. The question of having censorship on films is something which has been accepted as a policy. Therefore, I will not go into the matter as to whether it is advisable or not. We believe that we here in India have wedded ourselves to some kind of control on the screening of films, as a result of which we have a board of censors which is an accepted forum for the purpose. At the present moment, I would also not like to enlarge upon the various kinds of films that are being presented today. We have the foreign films as well as the indigenous films. There is a lot of controversy about the films that are being exhibited today in India. Here, I would like to mention one thing that the standard of films that are being produced in India has considerably deteriorated. I do not know what the reason is. It is apparent, of course, on the one hand, that anybody who invests money has in mind the question of getting back as much of his investment as possible and as quickly as possible. Therefore, he tries to put such types of contents by which he can get more money, and the moral tone of the film or its educational and cultural value is not in the forefront. There are certain other things in a film which have objectionable features in spite of the censor. I know that there are certain rules about what to show or not in a film. I believe there is much ground for improvement in this particular matter. It is not a question which may be strictly enforced and laid down by rules. Therefore, we must go to the basic conception, and that conception is that the persons who censor these films, the persons who are put in charge of carrying out this work, must be people who do not go by strict rules or certain ideologies. They should see the film well and try to take out those portions which are offensive in character, offensive to people who see them, and so on. Sir, in the other house, the question was raised by somebody that the persons who are to be put on the film censor board should be those who have got nothing to do with this world. Now, sir, another fact which I wanted to submit in this connection is that these advisory panels, as they are called, are also going to find a place in the statute itself. So far as I have been able to understand, these advisory bodies are not functioning state wise. In fact, they are functioning region wise. If I am correct, they are at present working in Madras, Calcutta, and Bombay. When we are going to develop films in the Indian languages, I think some sort of encouragement should be given not only to regions but to the states also. In this industry, there are, of course, many things on which it is dependent. It is dependent to a large extent on the stars that are available in the states, on people who are in this job. Up till now, I believe Bengal, Madras, and Bombay have been the main centers so far as film production is concerned. The industry has got much to do. As I was reading somewhere, I think last year in 1958, Indian feature films reached a total of something like 300. It is a very large number indeed. It is a very big industry, I believe, so far as the money question is concerned. In the taxes alone, something over rupees 70 crores of rupees are collected every year. Therefore, being an important industry, I would submit that there might be more incentive given to films or film production not only in the regions but in the states in which today it is in initial stages, so that the hidden talent in the country may come to the forefront. Now, sir, I would like to say a few words about films so far as they concern the children of this country. I have been to a few shows of children's films, and I have also some knowledge of the Children's Films Society. While reading the proceedings of the other house, I was glad to find that many members supported the idea of a larger number of children's films being produced in this country. These children are really the future citizens of our country. What we show to them is of great importance. We find that the Honorable Minister himself is an advocate of children's films. He has given help to them. There is the Children's Film Society, which I believe has produced some very good feature films, and now an effort is being made to translate them into the various regional languages as well. But the point is that we have to take into consideration the number of children that we have in this country, I think, sir, in a population of about 40 crores, we are bound to have not less than 10 crores of children below the age of 18 years.